In its prime years between 2004 and 2010, the Nintendo DS had massive success thanks to the games that were launched at the time and forever changed handheld gaming. Between big titles like Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, and even Animal Crossing, the Nintendo DS got to showcase a wide variety of games we all know and love today. But there was one game that became a cultural phenomenon without even releasing internationally. On June 18th, 2009, Nintendo released Tomodachi Collection for the DS in Japan. In Tomodachi Collection, the player is forced to make whatever Miis they want, put them on an island, and let them play. While this game was supposed to have an international launch, it failed to due to struggles of the unique voice synthesizer being translated to other languages. However, in 2011, Nintendo announced their new handheld system, the 3DS.
Konnichiwa.
Here we go!
And in 2013, Nintendo launched Tomodachi Collection's second game to the 3DS in Japan. And people were wondering if this game would get an international launch. Well, in spring of 2014, Nintendo released their infamous Nintendo Direct dedicated to Tomodachi Life that would be released on the 3DS internationally. And the game became a huge hit across borders. Since then, people have wondered, well, is there going to be a third installment of the series? People were starting to lose hope after each Nintendo Direct not hearing anything for years. However, nearly 11 years later, Nintendo released another Nintendo Direct dedicated to all the games that were being released on the Nintendo Switch in their transitional period between Nintendo Switch to Nintendo Switch 2. And the final trailer showcased the third installment of the Tomodachi Life series, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. And on that day, over a year ago now, I called my mother and started sobbing. I didn't even finish watching that teaser. I saw a split second of a Mii and went, and my poor mom on the phone was so confused. She was like, "What? Honey? Huh? Is everything okay? Are you dying?" "I'm sorry, Mom." But it was a big deal to me, and it still is, hence why I'm here. 12-year-old me never believed there would be a third Tomodachi Life. And while it took nearly 12 years, well, 13 years technically, to release another one, I'm just happy we're here. But without further ado, here is my review on Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I stayed up late to play this game. Well, late for me, past my bedtime, but I was so ready and so locked in and couldn't wait. While the game did get leaked like a week or two before launch, I did my best to avoid any spoiler I could. So much like any Tomodachi Life game, you start by picking your language, the date and time. I believe there was an option for currency this time around, and then you see your beautiful little island. And of course, it has to have a name. I decided to name my island after my silly little art account, Small Fry Egg. Why is it called Small Fry Egg? Well, in 2020, during the pandemic, I was big on Animal Crossing New Horizons, as most people were. And weirdly enough, one of my favorite features of the game was that you could give yourself a title in the Passport app, and I decided to name myself Small Fried Egg. That's literally the whole story behind it, and I just haven't changed it since. And this is where things got different. In previous games, you have to make a lookalike of yourself. And in this one, you can really make whoever you want. You don't have to make your own Mii, you can make whoever you want. Not to say that you couldn't do that in past games, but you know what I mean. However, I'm old-fashioned, and I did make myself, because I wanted to put my little guy on an island. The Mii maker in this game, oh my goodness. Nintendo, I'll give you this one. You cooked. One of my favorite things they added in the Mii maker was the option for face paint. As someone who loves to draw on my silly little face, this was a great feature added. One of the biggest flaws in the past Tomodachi Life games was the lack of queer and LGBTQ+ options. In order to make yourself gay in other games, you had to either make yourself a boy or a girl and just make you look like you and then marry the opposite sex. It was a whole thing. It was, unless you had mods when you were emulating, it was a whole thing. But now, sexuality is wide open in the game, as you can like whoever you want to like. Not only did they add this feature, but they also added pronouns and gender options. Once I was done adding all my little details, it was time to check in on my Mii.
Yeah! Hi. Hi.
Wow. That's beautiful. After giving my Mii a fried egg, get it? It was time to make a new Mii, which I decided to make my dear best friend, Chris. I had his permission to make him look like this, okay? This is what he wanted. And while I did make a variety of people in my own life, the whole point of the game is that you can make whoever you want. So I made whoever I wanted. Here's a quick clip of all my favorite Miis I've made. Enjoy. We have Trixie Mattel, Princess Zelda, this really cursed Gonzo I made, I don't want to talk about it, Kermit the Frog, Katya, Scoop from Animal Crossing, Link of course, Glinda and Elphaba, and recently, this really beautiful SpongeBob I made that all my friends hate. So I've touched on the beginning of the game. Now let's get into some of the little new features that they added. Customization is huge in this game, which I'm really happy about. There's a whole new building shop where you can buy different things you can add onto your island, whether it's paths, trees, tables, playset options. You can really customize your island to look however you want it to look, which I think is really exciting. Then you have this whole store dedicated to truly making whatever you want. I'm talking clothes, I'm talking music, I'm talking books, I'm talking pets. Yeah, that's right, I made an Among Us for Germa. Problem? The Mii's and the island itself feel so much more alive. Now, when you fulfill a Mii's needs, you get a collection of gold dust called Warm and Fuzzies, pour it into this wishing well fountain kind of thing. You're granted new wishes that can unlock a variety of features in the game, and one of my new favorite features in the game, quirks. While this whole game is very, very quirky, the Mii's tend to lack a lot of life. They're sort of just one note. Now, they can have their own silly little features that really make them themselves. For example, instead of just walking around, my Mii floats. Makes sense to me. Another new feature that I've been having a lot of fun with, while it does get repetitive, is the island's lingo. When Mii's want to be friends with other Mii's, they will ask you for advice, and you can type really whatever you want. That's another thing. There's no censorship in this game. You can type whatever you want. It's created some beautiful moments, let me tell you.
Do you feel like talking about aliens probing deadass?
While there's a lot of new and exciting things in the game, we also have to go ahead and mourn some missing features of the game. Ooh, Nintendo, you want to release a Tomodachi Life Living the Dream DLC with the concert hall. Ooh. I will say, regardless of what you think about this game, you can't deny there is not a lack of charm. And while I do wish some old features would come back in the game, just because it would give it a little more spice, you know, I've really, really enjoyed my time with this game. For years, Nintendo has provided a lot of magic for me. Recently, I fear that magic is starting to fade due to the greed of a multi-million-dollar company that seems to be lacking whimsy, if you will. Like, do you see this old Tomodachi 3DS? They would never do that now, are you kidding? While I've actually really enjoyed a lot of the Switch titles, the launch of the Switch 2 has been kind of rough, and there's not many new games I've been playing lately. So yeah, I've been excited about this game, but I really didn't know what to expect. But I think what I appreciate most about Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is the beautiful embrace of creativity. This game wants you to be creative. Even if you're not the most artsy-fartsy creative person on the planet, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to attempt to make a creepy detail Trixie Mattel, you can do that. If you want to make your favorite fictional characters fall in love, you can try.
Hiya here, hiya. I would love to go out with you.
If you want a weird green egg following you around as your pet, I guess you can do that, I don't know. I hate that green egg. Other life simulation games like The Sims or Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley really let you do whatever it is you want to do. Sure, unexpected things can happen, but for the most part, you're in control. And while that feeling of control is nice, I like the uncertainty that comes with Tomodachi Life. I think the power of self-expression while going into the unknown is such a unique lesson being taught in a video game. I will say, if you're a silly little guy who likes to create and have fun, and you happen to have a Nintendo Switch, I would pick this one up. Obviously, the retail price is crazy, so if you also have to do what you have to do in a cheaper way, Nintendo, don't sue me, you should do it. I'm just happy to keep on playing, and that's actually exactly what I'm about to do. When I turn the camera off, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing the game. There's so much more I have to see, so I'm gonna go do that. Oh. You're still here? Hi, I guess. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and thanks for all the support on my past videos. I really appreciate it. And thank you to anyone who tuned into my streams. They were so much fun to do. I haven't streamed in forever. The second I get my hands on a PC, we're going back to streaming, baby. It's gonna be epic. But it was a lot of fun to do a review-styled video, and Maybe there'll be more in the future. Hopefully, we'll see. I mean, no matter what, there'll be more videos, but ooh, who's to say what'll be? Ooh, ah. Well, I know I'm closing out the video now. I wanted to do one last thing. You can't upload screenshots or videos through the Nintendo app, unfortunately. I think it's due to the fact that the censorship lacks in this game and people are gonna do and say crazy things. And as one of those people that have made my me say crazy things, I thought, why not cheat the system a little bit and give you a little presentation on some of my favorite screenshots and moments that I've seen in the game, because I think you'd appreciate it.